Hello, my math friends. If you're working on the study guide or reviewing for the test, here's a little video to help you. Let's take a look and see if we can solve this question. Is the following proportion true or false? 2 gallons is to 5 square feet as 8 gallons is to 20 square feet. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up. Gallons to square feet. So since gallons came first, when I set up my equal ratio, I'm going to put gallons first. And then square feet comes second. Now on this one, I can see 5 times 4 equals 20. So 2 times 4 must equal 8. So these are, yes, proportional. I could have also multiplied our diagonals, use our cross multiplying. 5 times 8 equals 40. So 2 times 20 equals 40. This is the strategy we're going to be using because the proportions you're working with are not going to be multiplied by a whole number. So you're going to need to use the cross multiplying to help you. So for example, let's take a look at this one. 5 times what equals 8? I can't multiply it by a whole number, so I'm going to need to use that cross multiplying. So remember, we do 12 times 8, which gives us 96, and then my other side also has to equal 96. So I can't think off the top of my head 5 times what equals 96, so I'm going to do the opposite. 5 divided by 96. Once we do our division here, we get 19.2. So n equals 19.2. Let's take a look at this question. Lainey bought a set of markers, 20 markers for $6. What is the cost of one marker? So remember, when you're setting up this question, students often just see the numbers and write it as 20 for $6. We want to get the cost of one marker. So we want that one to come second in our new ratio. If you put the 20 first, you're not going to line it up correctly. So make sure we put the $6 here on top for 20 markers. Now we have our question to solve. So remember, now when we're getting to the cost of one, we can divide to find our unit rate. We want to put the 6 inside, the 20 outside, and go ahead and do our division. Now remember, when you're doing your division, you also want to look what the question's asking you. This is asking you for the cost of the marker. So we don't want to just put 0.3. We want to put a dollar sign in the front and a 0 at the end to show it's 30 cents for each marker. Now let's take a look at a question from the study guide here. On a set of blueprints, the scale is 1/2 inch for every 6 feet. Find the actual length of the room that measures 2.8 inches on the blueprint. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my ratios. 1/2 inch for every 6 feet. Since inches came first, I'm going to write that 2.8 inches first. I'm going to put an F for feet. Now, remember here, I'm going to look and see. I can't multiply by a whole number, so I'm going to use my cross multiplying. Don't be thrown off by the decimal. You're going to do just like you did when it was with whole numbers. So if I get 16.8 here, my other side has to equal 16.8. Now, this one is a little bit harder on your division, but you can do it. Remember, when we're dividing with decimals and we have a decimal on our divisor, we need to multiply it by 10 or move it over once before you start. So rewrite your question now as 5 divided by 168. Once I do my division here, I'm going to add a decimal and a 0, bring it down. If my decimal is here, I put it up top, goes in 6 times. So I get 33.6 for my answer. That's how many feet it would be. Go ahead and try your study guide now. If you get stuck, I'll be available for extra help. Thanks for watching.